Hello everyone, I'm Nadine and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Cadillac, which is this piece of equipment here, and the benefits to using the Cadillac with certain clients that you may have, and how well you can use this piece of equipment, incorporate that into your Pilates repertoire. So the Cadillac is quite a big piece of equipment and it can be quite daunting and a bit scary up front, and that's usually everybody's first impression, mainly because it's so versatile and it has so many bits and pieces attached to it. So until you learn how to use those pieces individually, it all can look very overwhelming. So that's the beauty of the Cadillac course, is that it will take you through series by series and it's broken down by the different attachments here. And so you can learn how to use them with your clients. Not only for lower level clients, it can be really great to help them with certain muscle activations, and also with your high level clients it can be really great for helping to push them to the next level and give them exercises that are a little bit more advanced than what you can do on the reformer. So if we start off here, we've got the trapeze over here. So the trapeze is really great for a number of reasons, but mainly it can really be used quite nicely to help clients stretch. So by popping the legs up on here, and in there, it can help the clients to stretch, but the benefit of it, as opposed to stretching on the reformer, is that they're not having to kneel on their knees. So for clients that are having issues with kneeling or pain with kneeling, or older clients, they can still get the benefit of stretching while they're standing, and they've still got the horizontal bars up there to hold on to, so it's nice and safe. Just as a whole, with your clients that are a little bit less mobile, the Cadillac is great because first of all it's higher off the ground, and it's also much bigger than the reformer carriage, and it also doesn't move. So for clients that are finding it a bit hard to get on and off the reformer, having to navigate around the shoulder rest and the foot bar and things like that, the Cadillac's much easier in just getting them on and off, and then you get more time actually performing exercises with the clients. This trapeze as well is where you pop your feet when you're doing all sorts of fancy things up on the Cadillac up there, so that really makes clients feel really great about themselves when they get to that point where they're doing Batmans and walkovers and things that look really fancy and also are quite challenging as well. So it's a good way to really put all the pieces of the puzzle together and get them to do something that's really global and functional, like that uses all of the muscles in their body. Now, as well as challenging clients, it can also be used with clients that maybe are struggling with some of the exercises on the reformer due to limitations, due to injury, or just due to their age or physical makeup. So for example, you can do exercises over here with the push-through bar for pressing actions for the shoulders, and so because you're standing, you can actually limit how much shoulder flexion range they need to do those exercises, whereas on the reformer it's much harder on the shoulders as the hands have to be all the way over the head. There's also some great exercises that you can do with that piece of equipment for helping with muscle recruitment in the shoulder blade muscles, that basically any client can do. It's a fantastic range of exercises, those ones. The other benefit of the Cadillac here, as I mentioned before, is that the carriage isn't moving like it does on the reformer. So for exercises where we're using our arms, such as in the side arm series on the reformer, it requires a lot less of that initial muscle strength to allow the whole carriage with the box and the human body weight sitting on top of that to actually move it, because all that there is just the spring with resistance. So it's actually a lot easier for those simple, smaller muscle activation exercises than on the reformer. There's a lot of weight that needs to be moved initially, and for people that are weaker, that can be quite hard. So that gives you a lot more options here, as the springs can really be changed. Their resistance can be altered quite easily just by shuffling down a little bit, just by shuffling in a little bit. And that saves you a lot of time messing around with the spring changes on the reformer and things like that. And for a lot of clients, they might be somewhere in between the resistance. So this spring is much more easily modified to suit that particular client's exact strength. as well as that, the Cadillac can be used in a much more functional way as well, as arm exercises can be performed standing up. So for anyone who can't sit on the box due to their knees, or even for clients that are pregnant and things like that, and you want to challenge their overall stability, they can do exercises standing, which cause their core muscles to activate and switch on while they're working their upper body as well. And lastly, you can really use the Cadillac here to incorporate really functional exercises that use the upper body and the lower body together, which is much more representative of how we use our bodies in real life. So for example, exercise like punching, where you're transferring the weight from your legs and up into your arms, is a great exercise, really gets the heart rate up, and can be, you know, a great exercise for clients if they're getting a bit bored with the same old exercises that they're doing on the reformer. So all in all, it's a great piece of equipment, fantastic for anyone who's elderly or less mobile. It's easier to get on and off of. The exercises can really be made a lot more basic and much more easier to activate certain muscles. And at the same time, it can be really used to challenge clients who maybe have limitations such as injuries or pregnancy, and as well as really challenging those higher level clients as well. So this is the Cadillac, and it's a great piece of equipment to add to your Pilates repertoire, as it opens up a whole world of possibilities. There's over 140 exercises that we cover in the Cadillac course, so you'll never run out of options to use with your clients if you have that Cadillac repertoire.